to understand that. What is human connection? What happens when two people come in proximity to talk about a topic? What is different about that? How can that be therapeutic? Why does it become therapeutic? Why does it become a connection? Why does it uplift our spirit in a way that you cannot get if you're talking to ChatGPT or to an AI? Or you're sitting by yourself and talking to yourself in a self-talk. Why does that not work as efficiently? I don't know the answer, but I want us to think about that as to why humans become humans amongst humans. So as social scientists, as innovators, we have to ask that question. So when people talk about AI, they talk about LLMs, they talk about AI agents, they talk about all of the technologies, and I live that every day, every moment. But the conversation that has to be uplifted in my world, if we truly believe where the intelligence is going, and what's the art of the possible, I think we've got to talk about the ABC of intelligence, not about artificial intelligence. That's why I want to start off with saying we got to change the narrative, which is, yes, AI is here. Yes, we'll have things like Fuzia.ai and many other tools that we've got to build. But the purpose of that is to bring AI, to bring the human intelligence, to be part of it, and to bring the community. So technologies and tools that they bring all three things together are going to be the enduring value creation in this pursuit of intelligence that allows us to be intelligent about how we spend our time, how we not get overwhelmed, how, the story that Shraddha talked about, like, we want to achieve success, but not at the cost of our lives, and not feel like we are getting exhausted and tired to a degree where the very purpose of life is being lost in that process. So it's the art of the possible that if you build the right cocktail of ABC, and that's the cocktail that I want you to think about, where there's a fusion of AI, human intelligence, and the community intelligence coming together. That's the magic. And I wish I knew how that cocktail gets built, because I will be making that in abundance. But that's the pursuit, that's the quest. And I think all of us should be on an individual quest for that journey. And what's exciting to me is much of what work that I am doing, and I've given talks. I was recently in Kyoto in Japan, and there was a whole conversation on this very topic that I touched upon. And world over, it's the same conversation. World over, it's the same conversation we see the power of AI, but we do not want to do this at the expense of humanity. That is not the purpose. That is not meaningful.